Let's go here. Operating lease. Mabilis lang to last. Dito na si concept map. Game. Operating lease, short-term leases, or low-value leases. Ito, I would like to emphasize this too. Pag sinabi mong short-term lease, it may be, alam mo yung perspective na that is 1 year or less. Okay? Yan yun. Tama naman yun. Pero pwede pang isa yan tingnan. Remember the 75% rule? If there are no other, okay, indicators of indicator of financially satisfied, and the only one to be determined is the 75% rule. And if the 75% rule ay hindi na qualify, therefore that would also be considered as a low, as a short-term lease. Yun, sa angle na yun pwede mo rin tingnan. Okay? So here, short-term leases and low-value leases. Again, ang low-value leases class, wala sa standards. So meaning the low value as to amount is considered as a professional judgment. Okay? Ito lang naman. Yung sa operating lease. Madali ito kasi this is the typical. This is the lessee and the lessor. Pag rental payments, kung ikaw si lessee, rental expense mo, rental income ni Manang. Si Manang, landlady mo. Yan. Lease bonus. Lease bonus. Lease bonus is prepaid rent initially and earned income to the lessor, but that should be amortized as rental expense over the lease term and amortized as rental income over the lease term by the lessee and the lessor respectively. Ano ba ang lease bonus? Halimbawa, 5 kayo na potential or interested lessee. Paano magagrant sa'yo yung the right to use the asset or para ma-okupahan mo yung lease property? Magbigay ka ng lease bonus. Meaning the lease bonus is an amount provided by the lessee to the lessor to have an advantage over the other lessees in occupying the underlying asset. And what would be the accounting treatment? Di ba? 5 kayo. Pareho kayo interesado. Mabulungan mo si Manang. Manang, ito 20 mil. Lease bonus yan. Okay? Para ma-grant mo sa akin yung property na upahan. Yun. Okay? But that is to be treated as prepaid rent on the part of the lessee and unearned income on the part of the lessor. And that should be amortized as rental expense over the lease term, amortized as rental expense over the lease term. So, para maging rental expense, para maging rental income. Next, advance rental payments. Diba, 1 month advance, 2 months deposits. Yun, yung 1 month advance, yan yun. Ano yan? Prepaid rent yan sa lessee, unearned income yan sa part ni lessor. Ano ang pagkakaiba nila sa letter B? Pareho silang prepaid, parehong unearned sa subsequent. Ito, ang rental payments, rental expense when incurred, and rent income when earned on the part of the lessor. Okay? Next, security deposit. 1 month advance, 2 months deposit. Yung 2 months deposits na yon. Ano ba yung security deposit na yan? That security deposit that is intended to compensate for the damage just done to the property and to satisfy any unpaid billings at the end of the lease term. At yung security deposit na yan is to be returned by the lessor to the lessee after satisfying the amount related to the damages done to the property or satisfying any unpaid billings at the end of the lease term. Yun. Ang security deposit, binabalik talaga yan. Okay? Kaya yan ay receivable on the part of the lessee and payable on the part of the lessor. However, sa Pilipinas, di ba, minsan ganito ang ginagawa. Manang, 2 buwan na lang yung natitirang upa namin, yung term. Naalala mo, nung unang panahon, nagbigay kami ng 2 months deposit. Pwede bang hindi na kami magbayad sa susunod na 2 buwan? Pag nangyari yun, class, ibang usapan na yun, babalik ka dito sa advanced rental payments. Okay? So, kapag silent ang problem, what is the intention? The security deposit will be returned by the lessor to the lessee, and that would be the amount to compensate for the damages done to the property and to satisfy any unpaid billings at the end of the lease term. Ito na naman, initial direct cost. Initial direct cost is a capitalizable cost that is added to the carrying value of the asset. But this should be amortized as expense. Hindi rental expense, amortized as expense over the lease term. Okay? Then contingent rent. Contingent rent, additional rent expense on the part of the lessee, additional rent income on the part of the lessor. Nangungupahan ka sa palengke. nagtitinda ka ng tilapia. Okay, ang sabi sa kontrata, kapag ang benta mo lumampas ng 500,000 sa isang araw, yung excess that should be subject to contingent rent 1%. O yun. Let's say, ang benta mo sa isang araw, 510,000. Okay? So, lampas. Yung 10,000, ano yun? Subject to contingent rent times 1%. Bayad ka ng panibagong renta na 1,000. Contingent that is dependent on the happening of a future event. Okay? So that is additional expense on the part of the lessee, additional income on the part of the lessor, rent expense or rental income. Next, you have the depreciation. This is borne by the lessor. Okay? Because the property belongs to the lessor here. Okay? That is an expense. An executory cost, sabi nga natin, executory cost that is treated to be expense, no? Outright expense over any classification of lease. Okay? Dali lang tong operating lease. Normal to eh. Nga lang, paano kapag may non-uniform ang payments? Pag non-uniform ang payments, ang unang gagawin mo, mag-compute ng annual lease rentals. Paano mag-compute ng annual lease rentals? Total lease payments divided by the lease term. Madaling ipaliwanag yan pag may problem. Let's now go to the problem proper. Ito. So, tinatanong dito, magkano ang annual rent income, annual rent expense, magkano ang carrying value ng security deposit. Basahin natin. Makinig ka na lang sa info. May mga shortcut ako para di nabasahin lahat. Ang annual rent dito, 400,000. May lease bonus, no? 80,000. Security deposit of 60. Lease term is 5 years. Okay? Lease term is 5 years. Okay? The first rental payment is due on December 31 and each year thereafter. The security deposit will be returned to Clabet at the end of the lease term. The appropriate discount rate is 10%. O, paano yan pumasok, sir, sa ano? Sa operating lease. Again, this is at the option of the lessor, whether this is a low value leases or a short-term lease. Okay? Short-term lease in the sense na ganito yan, class. Wala namang comparison eh. Okay? Lease term, remaining useful life, walang sinabi. Okay? 400,000, ano yan? That is assumed to be a low value lease. Okay? Yun. So, meaning that is at the option of the lessor. Okay? So, lessor to. Okay? Pag lessor ay operating lease, yan din ay operating lease on the part of the lessee. Okay? Game. So, what is the annual rental income? Oh. Ang annual rental income mo, papasok saan? Sa rental payments. Ayan, no? Rental payments, rent income. Ay, pagsabayin na natin kasi yung tanong sa pangalawa, rent expense eh. Kung ano ang rent income ni lessor, siya rin ang rent expense ni lessee. Okay? So this is under an operating lease. Nakalagay pala dito, under an operating lease na wala yung word na lease. Gusto mo makasigurado, tingnan mo. Would there be a transfer of ownership? Wala. Would there be a bargain purchase option that is exercisable? Wala. Okay? Would there be a 75% rule? Wala din. 90% rule, you cannot identify if there is the 90% rule here because there is no fair value of the asset. Okay? So wala. So this is an operating lease and is specifically identified here. Okay. Saan manggagaling ang rent income niya? Una, balik tayo sa mapa. Ang rent income at rental expense manggagaling sa rental payment. Saan pa? Dito sa lease bonus. Okay? Sa lease bonus manggagaling ang rent expense tsaka rent income. Sa security deposit manggagaling ba? Hindi. Kasi receivable, payable yan. Ano ba ang binigay dito? Dalawa lang eh. Lease bonus and the annual rent. So ang annual rent mo, 400,000. That is a rental expense on the part of the lessee and rent income on the part of the lessor. Okay. Lease bonus. Saan si lease bonus? Ito, lease bonus. Pero anong sabi natin? That is treated to be as a prepaid rent and an earned rent income initially. Pero pag in-amortize mo yan over the lease term, that would now be the rental expense and the rental income. Okay? So this is now divided by what? Divided by the lease term of 5 years. So 80 divided by 5 years, that would be considered as a rental expense. Amortization of the lease bonus would consider this a rental expense on the part of the lessee and rent income on the part of the lessor. Therefore, in item 1, what is the annual income to be recognized? That is 416,000. Ito yon sa lessor, 416,000. At yung letter B, number 2 mo, annual expense to be recognized by the lessee, 416,000 din. Remember, class, whatever be the rental expense borne by the lessee is the rental income earned by the lessor. Pareho lang lagi yan. Okay? Dalawa lang naman silang magkausap dyan eh. Pag expense ng kabila, income ng kabila. Okay? What is the carrying amount of the security deposit? Remember that security deposit of 60,000 is a receivable. Short term or long term, that is a long term receivable on the part of the lessee. This is to be paid by the lessor to the lessee at the end of the lease term after satisfying any damages done to the property and satisfying any unpaid billings at the end of the lease term. Therefore, this 60,000 is a future value. Therefore, ang tinatanong niya, 20x1, we will now get first what is the present value of that. Okay? And the present value of that would now be multiplied with the present value factor of 1 at 10% and is equal to 5. Why PB of 1? Because we're talking about as a single date. The single date is that security deposit should be returned at the end of the lease term. Okay? So, ito yon. Ano yung January 1 niya? That is 60,000 times the present value factor. Ano yung present value factor? That is 1.10, dalawang divide, 5 equals. That is the PB of 1 at 10% and is equal to 5. Okay, so this is 0.62 times that 60,000. Okay, so that is 37,255.26. But that is January 1. The requirement is December 31. So lalagyan mo lang yan ng interest na ng 10%. So 37 times 1.10, ito ang sagot. So that is the carrying value of the security deposit na December 31, 20x1. Kung gusto mong ituloy, times 1.1 times 1.1 times 1.1 times 1.1. At the end of the fifth year, babalik ka saan? Sa 60,000 pesos. So that is item problem 1. Let's now go to problem 2. In problem 2, unequal rental payments. Ito yung sinasabi ko sa iyo kanina. Pag unequal ang rental payments or non-uniform, the first thing to do is to compute for the annual lease rentals. Paano yon? Total lease payments divided by the lease term. Okay, gawin natin. Basa. So, ito class, sabi niya, ito yung payments mo. Obvious na unequal yan. Kasi for 20x1, 400,000 ang upa eh. Okay, sa 20x2, 480 na, naging 520 na. Ibig sabihin, class, non-uniform, unequal ang rental payments. Di ba kanina, 10 years, 1 million, 10 years, 400,000, pare-pareho. Pero ito, nag-iiba. Kaya ito ay variable or unequal pala, unequal ang rental payments. Okay. Ano sabi? As an inducement to enter the lease, BCABET granted flag bet the first 6 months of lease rent-free. Sa unang 6 na buwan, hindi magbabayad si lessee. Kailan to ginagawa? Kung ang lease bonus ginagawa kapag marami ang lessee at isa lang ang property, parang binibigyan mo ng lease bonus si lessor para mabigay sa iyo yung karapatang mag-upa sa property, yan yung lease bonus. Ang lease incentive binibigay kasi walang lessee. Nagpaskil ka na ng for lease. Okay, 5 taon, wala pa rin tumitingin. Okay, nagulat ka na lang nung may nag-inquire. Okay? So, sabi niya, okay naman, pero babalik na lang po ako. Pag-iisipan ko muna. Ano sasabihin mo? Mag-offer ka ng lease rent-free. Para hindi ka na mag-isip, para i-close na natin usapan ngayon. Sa loob ng 6 na buwan, hindi ka magbabayad ng renta. That is what? The lease rent-free. Kasi pag pinakawalan mo yung lessee na yon, baka it will take another 5 years for the second lessee, potential lessee na mag-inquire sa property mo. Okay, ganun ka-uhaw yung sitwasyon. Walang tumitingin sa property. At pag may tumingin, para ma-close mo kagad ang kontrata, mag-offer ka ng lease rent-free. Okay? Ito, 6 months. Additional rent or the contingent rent. What is the threshold? Sabi niya, 10% bayad ka in excess of sales over 4 million. Kapag ang benta mo, lumampas ng 4 million, yung excess nun, subject sa 10%. So, kailan na ba lumampas? Sa 20x1, 1.8. Sa 20x2, 4 million. Sa 20x3, 6 million. Tandaan mo, magbabayad ka lang ng contingent rent when? 20x3. Okay? So first thing to do is what? To compute for the annual lease rental. Paano ko computein? Total lease payments. Magkano ang total lease payments mo sa 20x1? Hindi 400,000 kasi merong binigay na first 6 months lease rent free. So meaning times 6/12 lang. So kalahati ng 400. Pagdating dito, 20x2, buo na yan, 480 na yan. Sa 20x3, buo na yan, 520 na yan. Magkano ang total lease payments? 1,2. Divided by the lease term. Okay, yun yung sinabi ng concept map. Total lease payments divided by the lease term. The lease term is 3 years. So 1.2 divided by 3, that is 400,000. And what is that? That is the annual lease rentals. Anong silbi niyan? Pag tinanong ka ng rent receivable, magkano? 400,000. Pag tinanong ka ng annual rent payable, ano ang sagot? 400,000. Pag tinanong ka ng annual rent expense, ano sagot? 400,000. Pag tinanong ka ng annual rent income, ano sagot? 400,000 din. Kaya pag tinanong ka dito, magkano ang balance ng rent receivable December 31? This is the rent receivable. Magkano ba annual rent receivable? Eh di ba 400,000? Magkano collection? Eh di ba 200,000? Ano sagot? The answer is 200,000. Okay? Next. How about number 5? Magkano rent payable ng 20x2? Remember that the rent payable annually is 400,000. If this is 20x2, 2 taon na yan. Magkano accumulated balance niyan? 400 plus 400, that is 800,000. Magkano na ba payments? Ito, 200 plus 400, that is how much? 680,000. Magkano pa balance? 120,000. Yan ang sagot sa number 5. What is the total rent expense 20x3? Magkano ba annual rent expense mo? Eh di ba 400,000? The annual rent expense is 400,000. O, kaso sabi ko sa kayo kanina, mag-ingat ka kasi may contingent rent. Sumobra ka sa threshold na 4 million na pinag-usapan at kapag sumobra ka, magbabayad ka raw ng 10% contingent rent. Gaano ba kalaki ang sobra? 6 million minus 4, that is 2 million times 10%, so that is 200,000. So what is the rent expense to be paid in 20x3 or to be recognized in 20x3? That is 600,000 pesos. Okay? Yan lang yan. Initial direct cost. Ito maganda tong problem na to kasi tinanong sa board exam. Ang tanong sa board exam dito, how much is the rental income net of lease-related expense? Rental income net of lease-related expense. Basahin natin yung problem. 11, 10, 20 minutes, sobra yan. Okay? Sunod natin, sale and leaseback. Nahirapan ka ba doon? So, sales and leaseback, madali lang yon. Okay? Game. January 1, Sinobet, purchase equipment 4 million. The equipment will be leased out under operating lease. The life is 10 years and the residual value is 480,000. Bumili ng equipment para sa operating lease. Ang life ay 10 years, ang residual value ay 480. On July 1, 20x1, the equipment was leased to Harvard. Kailan nangyari? Kalagitnaan ng 20x1. Under a 5-year operating lease. The annual rental is 800,000. So, for 1 year, 800,000 ang rentals, pero dumating si Leslie July 1, kalagitnaan na ang taon. The first annual rent was made on that date, and the initial direct cost incurred on negotiating the lease amounted to 80,000 pesos. Insurance costs by Nobet in 20x1, not reimbursable, is 4,000. Okay. Ano ang tanong? What is the rental income net of lease-related expense? Magkano rental income mo for 1 year? Di ba 400,000 lang? Kasi dumating si Leslie, bakit? Kailan siya dumating? July 1 lang, kalagitnaan ng taon. Kung ang annual rent ay 800,000, so ang kalahating taon ay 400,000. Pero hindi natatapos yung tanong dyan. Rental income net of lease-related expense. Ano ang obvious na lease-related expense dito? Yung executory cost. Ito, insurance cost. Ano ba yung mga executory cost? Taxes, insurance, maintenance. Lagay mo sa note mo. Yan ang common. Taxes, insurance, maintenance. Those are the executory cost. May 4,000 executory cost. Obvious yan. That is expense. Minus 4,000. Okay, next. Ano pa? Tandaan mo, class, that the depreciation of a property subject for operating lease would always be considered as a lease-related expense. Okay? Again, the depreciation, okay, the depreciation of the property subject for operating lease would always be treated as a lease-related expense. Okay? Can you please compute for the depreciation of this? 4 million minus 480,000 divided by 10 years is what amount? Chat box. 4 million minus 480,000 divided by 10 years. So that is 352,000. Okay? O tanongin kita. Assuming walang ibang nangyari. Walang ibang nangyari. O, this is the scenario na nangyari. Scenario A. Scenario A, may dumating na lessee 20x1 July. Scenario B, walang dumating na lessee. Oh, zero. Walang dumating na lessee dito. Okay? We're talking about lease-related expense as to depreciation. Okay, ulitin ko. The depreciation of the subject property under operating lease will be treated as a lease-related expense. Okay? The depreciation of the asset subject for operating lease will always be treated as a lease-related expense. Okay? Under this scenario, so you've computed 352,000. That is the annual depreciation. Okay? However, sa scenario A, may dumating na lessee July 1. Sa scenario B, walang dumating na lessee. What do you think now is the lease-related expense? What is the lease-related expense as far as depreciation is concerned for scenario A? What should be your answer? Kasi dito maraming nalilito eh. Okay. How about for B? What is the lease-related expense as far as depreciation is concerned? Wherein the lessor the lessee did not arrive. Yan. Oh. Ingat ka. Pakinggan mo yung sinasabi ko. The concept says, if the property is subject for operating lease, the depreciation of the property is considered as a lease-related expense. Ulitin natin. If the property is subject for operating lease, the depreciation of the property is considered as a lease-related expense. Okay, yun lang. Ganun ko lang sa sinabi. Scenario A, may dumating na lessee. Scenario B, walang dumating na lessee. What is the lease-related expense for scenario A? Chat box, please. Retype your answer in the chat box. Okay. Pakinggan mo sa sabi ko. Okay. If a certain property is subject for operating lease, the depreciation of the property is considered as a lease-related expense. Okay. You've said that the depreciation of the property here is 352,000. Baka kailangan mo ng illustration. Okay. The depreciation of the property is 352,000. Yan yung sinabi mo sa akin na kinumpute natin. Okay. So this is 352,000. This is now the concept. If the property is subject for operating lease, the depreciation of the property is considered as a lease-related expense. Ganun ko lang naman siya sinabi. Okay? Kapag ang isang property ay subject sa operating lease, yung depreciation ng property na yan, subject as to be considered as a lease-related expense. Okay, ganun na. Balik tayo. Scenario A, may dumating na lessee. Letter B, walang dumating na lessee. What do you think is the lease-related expense as far as the depreciation is concerned for scenario A? Retype your answer. Okay. Okay. How about for letter B? What is the lease-related expense? Walang dumating na lessee. Chat box is. Okay. Ulitin natin yung sinabi ni Sir. Kapag ang isang property ay subject sa operating lease, yung depreciation daw ng property na yon ay lease-related expense. Ganun lang sinabi. May property. Siyempre, nagde-depreciate yan. Okay? Pagkatapos ng isang taon, magde-depreciate yan. At sinasabi ng konsepto, yung depreciation niyan, lease-related expense, ha? O, yun. Nilagyan ko lang naman ng lessee dito eh. Lessee dumating, lessee hindi dumating. Oh, going back to letter A, kahit mag-overtime tayo dito. Kasi tinanong to sa board exam eh. Okay? Oh, letter A, 7-1 dumating. What is the least related expense? Oh. Ang isang property, pag nag-depreciate, yung depreciation daw niyan, least related expense. Ganun lang niya sinabi yon. Okay? Oh, how much? Di ba ang computed natin for the year ay 352. Ang sabi ng konsepto, kapag nag-depreciate ang asset na yan ha, yung depreciation niyan, lease related expense. 7-1, may dumating na lessee. Letter B, walang dumating na lessee. What do you think now is the lease related expense? Okay? At tingnan mo ha. Sa concept, wala tayong pinag-uusapang lessee. Ang sinasabi ng concept, kapag ang property mo nag-depreciate, yung depreciation niyan, lease-related expense. Walang sinasabing concept, walang lessee na binabanggit sa konseptong yon. Okay? Ang sinasabi ng concept, pag yan ay subject for operating lease, lahat ng depreciation yan, ha? Lease-related expense. Nakuha. Yan lang. Dito, scenario A, may dumating na lessee. Scenario B, walang dumating na lessee. What do you think now is the depreciation lease-related expense in scenario A? Answer, 352. How about for letter B? What is the lease-related expense? 352 pa din. Kasi that is not dependent on the presence of the lessee. Lahat yan 352,000. Because if the property is subject for operating lease, the depreciation of that property is included as a lease-related expense. Wala siyang pakialam kung may dumating na lessee o walang dumating na lessee since nagde-depreciate ang property, yan ay lease-related expense. Yun. Kaya dito, ang lease-related expense mo, magkano? Dito, may dumating na 7-1 lessee. What is the lease-related expense for depreciation here? What is the amount? Chat box. Okay, that should be 352. Okay, kuha na. Game. So, meron pa kasing isa eh. Ano yan? That is the initial direct cost. Ano ba yung initial direct cost? Ano ba ang sabi natin sa initial direct cost? Ang initial direct cost, capitalizable yan, sir. But that should be amortized as expense over the lease term. Okay? Yun. Amortized as expense over the lease term. Gawin natin. Nung January 1, 4 million yan, binili niya. Okay? Nag-depreciate yung asset. Ito, 6 months yan eh. Hanggang July 1. So magkano yan? Di 176, kalahati ng 352. Pagdating mo ng July 1, ito na ngayon, 3 million, ito na yung carrying value ng asset mo, 3.82 million. Okay? Pero pag tinanong niya, how much is the carrying value of the underlying asset? Ingat ka, hindi ito ang sagot. Kasi nagbayad ng initial direct cost na 80,000. And what is the accounting treatment of that? That is added to the carrying value of the asset. So this is plus 80,000 now. So this is now the carrying value of the lease property of the underlying asset. Kung ang tinanong ay July 1. Hindi naman July 1 yung tinanong eh. Sa number 8 ang tinanong carrying value December 31. Okay. 80,000. Yan yung sagot if the question, how much is the carrying value of the lease asset July 1? Okay. Ano ang sabi ng konsepto? Ang initial direct cost na yan, yes, that is a capitalizable cost added to the carrying value of the asset added to the carrying value of the asset nung nangyari yung lease. Pero yung 80,000 na yan, anong sabi ng konsepto? That should be amortized as expense over the lease term. Okay? Ibig sabihin, yung 80,000 na yan natin ay i-amortize yan over the lease term. What is the lease term? 80 divided by 5 years. Okay? That is the annual amortization. kalahating taon lang eh. So magkano yon? That is 80 divided by 5 years times 6 over 12. Magkano lang yon? Chat box. So 80 divided by 5 years times 6 over 12, 8,000 lang yon. O yan, yan yung amortization ng iyong initial direct cost. Magkano ulit? 8,000. So kung i-break natin yan, ito, 80,000, yung 8,000 plus, yan yung expired portion. So ano yung unexpired portion? Yan yung 72,000. Okay? 80, expired portion is 8, unexpired portion is 72. Ito yun, 72. Anong silbi ng 72 yan? Yung 72 na yan, ika-capitalize mo pa rin yan. That is added to the carrying value of the asset December 31, 20x1. Di ba nag-depreciate na naman to ng 176? O magkano to? Carrying value December 31. So that is 3648. 3648 plus the remaining unamortized portion of the initial direct cost, which is a capitalizable cost. So that is 3.648 plus 72. And this is now 3,720,000 pesos. Okay? So, yan